All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw here. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And the Panthers, who were the least penalized team in the entire NFL last year, come up here on a 1st and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit, Detroit. Over.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
All right, now, lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
All right, now, lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Over.
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll try the air now with Lauletta. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
It's Lauletta off play action. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 319. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Here's Lauletta now on second. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Frank Clark in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's the Panthers punter now. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit! Gun!
On first down, it's Lauletta. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
On second down, here's Lauletta. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Gun!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Gun!
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Hot.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They'll set up a throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Duke Riley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Here we go. Blue landed. Blue.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Lauletta. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looking for Shepard deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. He'll drop to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. 15 yards there for number 15. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Detroit! Detroit! Over! Take 4!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and forever.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. 2nd half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Blue 90!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now just 2 out of 6 since coming on, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Gun, gun! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Then the big guy rumbles down the center of the field, and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him. It is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Over, over! Over, over!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A handoff to Barkley. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. New York set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's second and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Giants on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here's a give to Barkley. And an alley run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another first and 10 here.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. All right now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his target, Beckham. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it again with Barkley. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Over!
This is Barkley. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Here we go now!
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big 3rd down play there for the Panthers. 45 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll go down at the 28. First target, first catch, and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
To throw here. Flushed out right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Now it's Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. 319. 319.
Back to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Frank Clark. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Over! Detroit! Gun!
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And that changes everything here in OT. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First throw here in overtime. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Duke Riley in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The Panthers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And taken right at the 35. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. And now out come the Giants. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Giants, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get another home date next week.